Now, although she was terrified to the point of being paralyzed by fear, she tries her best to film this incident, and for good reason. Getting this on camera would be the best evidence she's had so far in trying to prove that something isn't right with her apartment. Her place is not what it seems, and it's for this reason that her children can't live with her. Things at home have gotten so bad that she fears for their safety, including her cats. In one video, Rosanna's cat does this. Rosanna's choice to keep her family away from this place is mainly due to this and many other occurrences. But as of recent, something's happened that's fully convinced her to keep not just the family away, but also herself. It's late at night when this is captured. Now, Rosanna states that during this moment, she had seen a shadowy figure appear right behind the door. Soon after, she began to black out as though she was intoxicated. The entirety of this incident is without a doubt pretty freaky. But while it still remains inconclusive on what occurred that night, Rosanna is certain that she won't be staying here for long. Until she has the funds to find another place, Rosanna will continue to own this strange apartment and presumably capture more evidence of these happenings. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. On the rocky cliffs of an oceanside, a very peculiar video was taken. The video itself starts off by showing a scenic view of the ocean, but apparently, it wouldn't just be the ocean that astounds the person recording, but rather something else. They hadn't noticed what was captured until much later, and they were left even more spooked after learning that this place has had many people pass away, specifically from jumping off. Nicole, the person who took this, explains what she captured. Take a look.
Rewatching this video I took of the ocean, and I just now realized I captured a voice. Clearly, it's not my voice.
A voice clear as day is heard on camera. No one else had been around, which rules out the possibility of this being said by someone close. Even weirder is that the voice sounds staticky, giving it a robotic quality. From Australian to that of a pirate's voice, viewers believe that this may have been the spirit of someone who unfortunately passed away on this spot. Just like Nicole, they too might have been enjoying the view. But whether ghost or not, the voice alone is quite strange and continues to baffle Nicole to this day. Now, this next video comes from a woman named Kels, who in 2020 caught footage of something she can't explain to this day. The majority of her videos consist of her in front of a camera while doing tarot card readings. She's been doing this for quite some time now, but among all her videos, one in particular stands out from the rest. It was while doing a tarot card reading that Kels captured this.
I keep hearing stop. The music just stopped. Weird. Anyway, I keep hearing stop. And the fan just turned on. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. In order for you to go where you need to go, you need to stop where you are now and let spirit take over. With the Four of Wands card, I'm definitely seeing there's a union. There's somebody waiting for you on the other side in love. But you also have opportunities coming in your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey about to take a whole new level, a whole new turn because you've been patient for so long. If you look at let's see if I can get close. If you look at the Eight of Pentacles,
To Kels, this occurrence doesn't faze her, considering that this has happened many times before. It was just then that she was able to get it on camera. Despite the music stopping on cue and the fan suddenly turning on only seconds later, Kels does not think this was merely a coincidence, but rather someone or something trying to communicate with her. Everything that went on during this moment, according to her, was a sign. But of course, like all videos, you be the judge. Was something supernatural at work here? Or might there be something to explain this? It's nighttime in the following footage when a baby monitor inside a child's crib captures something that its parents have been worried about. It was all caught on the night of October 23rd of 2023. Suffice to say, their concerns have intensified after seeing what was captured. Even worse is that after this incident, their oldest child, who's only a year older, did this. Now, before showing the clip, it's worth noting that they were being babysat by a relative who recorded the whole incident. Take a look.
Shay. Cheyenne. Cheyenne.
Now, what's concerning about this is that the parents have seen this behavior before in the house they used to live in. The house in question is where this footage took place, and it's what happens in it that made them move out. Living in their old home, their children used to stare at things that didn't appear to be there. Sometimes they would start crying after staring at nothing. Something was upsetting them, but the parents weren't sure what exactly that was until they saw this. After watching countless recordings from the baby monitor inside their youngest child's crib, one video caught their attention. The following is that video. Watch. It's for this reason, among others, that the family has moved out of this house. They believe that what was captured had been the spirit or entity that's been upsetting their children. Replaying the footage, one can tell that this black, shadowy mass is anything but a person. The way it glides past the crib and the fact that it flies towards the ceiling suggests that this was something else. Whatever this might have been, the parents hope that it hasn't made its way into their new home. If so, then they don't know what else to do. For now, the family continues to share videos of paranormal happenings from their past home in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening. Now, this next video was recorded by a security guard who was on duty during the night of October 30th of 2012. The quality of the video may not be the greatest, but it's what happens in it that definitely makes up for it. The guard who took this was disturbed, to say the least. Although where they work is well known for strange happenings, the parking structure of a Costa Rican mall is the last place they would think of as being haunted. But this isn't surprising, as many visitors of this mall have caught footage of something strange in the parking lot. It's really the reason why most people don't like parking here at night. Even to this day, security guards are hesitant to patrol the parking lot at night, as stories and videos like this have left them pretty spooked. The year is 2012, and on this night, a security guard sees that one of the cameras inside the parking lot is sensing motion. The space is entirely empty, so there shouldn't be any movement going on. Not sure what's happening, the guard calls someone to check the space. But as they check, this happens.
Gerardo, fíjate detrás tuyo. Perilla. No, usted está sacando un monitor, madre, tira algo. ¿Salió algo ahí? Correcto, aquí salió algo raro. Mae, y véngase mejor. Todavía.
As seen on video, the parking structure is devoid of any visitors during this time. If no one had been there, then what exactly had set off the sensor on the camera? It only appears to be going off at this exact spot, and it was already going off before the guard had arrived. Well, after a few seconds, it becomes apparent as to what was being picked up by the camera. A dark, shadow-like figure that appears out of nowhere. In a stealthy manner, the shadow inches closer and closer to the unsuspecting guard before suddenly vanishing in an instant. Although taken in 2012, visitors continue to report strange occurrences within this parking lot, and no doubt believe that the San Pedro Mall in Costa Rica is haunted through and through. On July 28th of 2024, a certain video was shared among many residents of a town where something quite peculiar had taken place. It happened right outside someone's house at around 7 p.m. Those who live here had thankfully caught the event on camera via surveillance footage, but the video itself is just part of the reason why neighbors are concerned. Whatever happened here had sent someone to the hospital. It was immediately after knowing this that residents of this neighborhood became terrified. The following is what was captured. Watch. It was immediately after being knocked out by something that two people, presumably friends or relatives, come over to assist the man. Accompanying them is a dog that for some reason heads over to the spot where the object had seemingly flown from. It isn't clear why the dog had gone there first, but viewers think that maybe it was seeing something no one else could. Although quite strange, it's what occurred before that's most baffling. What looks like a flying object appears to strike the man from inside the house. Now it's worth noting that he's okay, but he did need a couple of stitches afterwards. But strangely, he doesn't recall what happened. This whole incident is a blur to him as the impact was intense. Not much else is known about this occurrence, except that it took place in Colombia. But like most videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly was caught on camera? And nurses are afraid to be in. The room in question is located on a floor that, according to rumors, is haunted. It isn't known if the rumors are true, but apparently, after what was captured, it may be the case that something truly strange is happening on this floor. On March 9th of 2021, a nurse known as Shanae Richardson pays a visit to the floor in question. On this floor, there's a hidden room that for some reason is blocked off from access. So, one night, Shanae decides to enter this room. She had gained access by asking a custodian to open it for her, but little did she know, this was a bad idea. The following is her video. Watch.
So everybody wants to see what's behind the door, so I'm back and I'm going to show you what's finally behind this door, okay? Alright, so one more time, this is everything that's wrote on the door behind this door in this hospital, and it's been unlocked, so I'm going to go inside. I feel scared.
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, here it is again. It now makes sense as to why Shanae had suddenly shut the door. Out of instinct, she had backed away upon seeing what looks like a face staring at Shanae from a distance. Its disembodied head seemingly stays in place without moving an inch, or at least it seems like that, because apparently viewers claim that the head can be seen moving for just a bit. She wasn't exactly sure what she'd seen, but whatever it was, it prompted a sudden urge within her to leave the space immediately. It was only after watching the video that she saw what it was. Not much else is known about this incident or what occurred afterwards, but until there's an update, this incident remains a mystery. Now the following video comes from Isabel Riley, who no doubt believes that she may have evidence of something that can't be explained. The video she's made shows this evidence, which was captured by her boss, who later shared it with her. According to her boss, he was at a restaurant in New Orleans known as Antoine's. Now at this restaurant, there's a huge wine cellar with hundreds, if not thousands of wine bottles worth millions. So, out of curiosity, he checks it out. But if only he knew what was down there, he wouldn't have gone. While being in the cellar, he snaps a couple of photos, some of which show the owner of the restaurant who is giving him a tour. In one photo, we see the restaurant owner on his laptop, who apparently was placing bids for more wines during an online auction. The boss takes a few more photos and then leaves the restaurant before calling it a day. The next morning, he's on his phone looking at his camera roll when he notices something odd in one of the pictures that he took. Isabel presents those images. Take a look.
So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took. So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this, and I need to not be alone in seeing this because holy.
Unlike anything Isabel has ever seen, a seemingly full-bodied apparition appears clear as day in the pic. A cursed image is what some believe this might be. Others, however, have no idea what was captured. If only 2 people had been in the cellar, then who was the third person? And why do they appear to be dressed in clothes that seem to have come from the 1800s? They, or it, were nowhere in sight when the photo was taken. It's for this reason that Isabel's boss is certain that something ghostly was caught. Whether a ghost or something else, viewers can't help but feel immensely uneasy when looking at this pic. They don't know why, but something about it disturbs them. While Isabel has yet to figure out what was captured, viewers are certain that this was paranormal. In the following video, a teenage boy and his family are taking a tour of a new house they had just moved into. The family in this footage hasn't had the chance to check out their new home until now, so naturally, out of excitement, they bring a camera to record this moment. But unbeknownst to them, this special occasion would suddenly turn creepy. It would be at this house they recently called home where something very strange happens. The following is their footage. Take a look.
Okay.
Let me just take this off. Oh, no, I can't take this off. Felipe, I can't take it off. My thing is stuck. It's stuck.
Oh, he got the camera.
Where is it?
We could throw
What?
a movie in this house, man.
I know, we can. That's the
Good
attic?
at acting now. You wanna go in there? Let's scream, let's
That's
laugh.
the attic?
Well, you wanna go in there?
I want to see what's...
Out of nowhere, the sound of a screaming child is heard from somewhere inside the house. Realizing that no one else was home except an older relative, they bolt out as fast as possible, knowing that what just happened was not normal. Either a child from outside the house had screamed, or, as viewers believe, something else was captured. Listening closely, the scream seems to have come from inside the house, but strangely, there hadn't been another child inside. If no other kid was present, then who was heard on camera? With no further updates or videos from this family, it remains unknown as to who or even what had spooked them. On a Thursday night, somewhere in Florida, 2 friends decide to record themselves at a slumber party when something pretty creepy is captured. Both friends hadn't noticed anything peculiar in the video until one of their moms had seen the footage.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home.
Heather, the mother in question, is baffled by this footage, given that it took place inside her home, where other strange things have happened before. Occasionally, she would catch her dog looking at something that doesn't appear to be there, and other times, she would see her cat staring at a space that's completely empty. Now, although she thinks there might be an explanation for both common occurrences, she can't say the same for the following incident. This footage is unlike anything she's ever seen. It's late at night when this is captured.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home. Look between them right now.
What was meant to be a fun little video has turned into a scene out of a horror movie. Without realizing it, both friends had caught something moving in the background. It appears briefly for just a split second before exiting from view. Whether a person or something else, no one had noticed it until the video was sent to Isabel's mother. It was shortly thereafter that both girls became aware of this mysterious figure. While it isn't certain as to what was captured, they can't help but think that something otherworldly was present during that night.